I'm Mark from Cluck and Squeal, and today I'm doing the prep and pizzas for the Genoa wood oven roasted chicken pesto pizza. Our choice flavor for the Genoa wood oven roasted chicken pesto pizza is our original product, our Cluck and Squeal All Purpose. So let's start with seasoning up our chicken. We have chicken thighs here. We do a nice generous coating, about a 75% coverage. We get them all coated. We're gonna let them marinate so that they will sweat and the salt will draw some of the moisture and it will adhere to the chicken nicely. And we're going to turn around after and get it into the wood oven and lightly roast it. I'm not looking for any kind of types of charring or like burning. I got the oven at a temperature right now, roughly 450 degrees. So I'll put it in a dim area. And that's what I'm looking to do. So right now I flip it over, get the skin side to have some pressure from the weight of the chicken to make it stick better. And now I do the protein, the thigh side, the meat side. We're looking to cook the chicken tender, but also the rendering of the chicken will balance the salt. So I'm doing this a little bit heavier because I want the flavor to disperse on the pizza. Give a little pat, make sure the spots are all adhered properly. And I'll set that aside to marinate. Next step for the Genoa pizza is to do saute some mushrooms. I'm choosing to use the wood oven today because I have it on and I just like to cook with it. So I've got the pans priming right now. I'm gonna pull the pan out. They're very hot. I'm gonna show you how hot they are. So we're running at about 350, okay? I'm gonna drop some butter in here. Piece of garlic. Around a little bit of olive oil. Okay. Beautiful aroma. Okay. Drop the mushrooms in. Back to the oven. Next step is getting the spinach nice and, blanched. A little bit of moisture to it, so when it goes on the pizza, this meshes really well with the cheese and with the pesto. Pull this one out, drop a bit of water. Let's see how hot that pan is. Okay, the pans are primed ahead of time, probably a good 20 minutes. Drop a piece of garlic. So I put the garlic in between the spinach, okay? I didn't put it on the bottom. I'm not trying to burn the spinach and burn the garlic. I'll let that cook down and I'll add some seasoning to it. So I'm gonna check on the spinach right now and we'll take a look and see where we're at. Okay, so already within a couple of minutes, got it nice and blanched. I'm gonna add some olive oil and I'm going to add some seasoned salt. Our Himalayan Seasoned Salt is our base to many different types of cooking in our dishes. Some olive oil. And back to the oven for a few minutes. So now let's check on the mushrooms. Okay, we got some reduce. We got some fluid happening here. I'm going to add some white wine. Okay, and then our seasoned salt. And cook it down. I'm going to push this closer to the embers inside the oven. And our spinach is done, ready for topping. Let it cool off and set aside. So now we're gonna check on the chicken and we get our fire up ready for doing some pizzas. Right here. You can see a nice wood oven roast, slightly charring, just caught it in time. We have a 180 finish, okay? So that's exactly what I was looking for. And we're gonna let this rest and we'll get this fire going for some high temperature pizza. Have the logs in the oven, taking some humidity and some moisture out, so the fire will start quick. Put it on top of the embers. You can see the firelight starting, the oven's starting to light up nicely. This one's pretty much cold, it's been in there quite some time. So it'll break down the embers very quickly. I'm just going to prepare the oven, start giving it a nice clean so the floor is ready. The oven's ready. I'm going to take a little shot right now of the floor temperature and see where we're at. We're about 646 Fahrenheit right in front of the fire. Okay, so we're ready to go. I want to begin and roll this dough out. I've had the dough sitting out for about an hour. We will be sharing this dough recipe on our website. We're just going through a series of doughs right now from a 12, 24, 48 hour, 72 hour rest, cold ferment, and then getting to a starter dough. Okay, so this one is the 48-hour dough I've been working on. Okay. So just coat it in flour. So nice air, nice bubbles already. The way I work this dough, this is my own technique. You see many people do different things. I like doing it like this. I kind of pushed a little bit of dough off to the edge. And I try not to waste too much time handling the dough or overwork it. Okay, if I want to pop that, it'll probably come back up in the oven. Okay, just using my hands. I'm not using a rolling pin because if I use a rolling pin, I will change the texture of the dough. So there are many techniques like I'm telling you about. I can show you one right now. You'll see this happen a lot. I prefer passing it. This takes a little while to get used to. Or the weight of the dough, use your hands around the edge to stretch. This dough's already at shape. Okay, it's very easy to stretch. I'm trying to come up with recipes that it's very easy for the person who's starting out to handle the dough. So this is about a 65% hydration. It is made with 0 flour and a 00 flour. Okay, we're good to go. So I always start with putting oil around the edge. I don't like floured edges. Whenever you see a pizza come out of the oven and there's flour all over the place, I really don't like that. That's just not me. And I have very little flour underneath the dough. And the quicker you move, the less you have to put. So you try to top your pizza as quick as you can. Now you see that I've actually picked up a pesto from the grocery store that has a good quality brand. I didn't have time to make my own. So I'm using a high quality product. And I'm going to just spread this as even as possible. If you see it a little bit thick, you can always put a little bit of oil down. This is spreading quite nicely. I had it out of the fridge, so the oil is very fluid, it's not stiff. Okay, we got enough on now. And I'll explain how I'm going to layer the items on the pizza and why. I'm very particular of that, of how things cook on the pizza. So all the items cook at different rates. So I'm going to start with the mushrooms. Mushrooms carry a hold on to a lot of water. That's why I like to saute them. And connecting the mushrooms to the base, the flavor just spreads better. This is all in my opinion and many years of doing this. I didn't share with you earlier that this is my 30th year doing wood-fired oven pizza. So I've been doing it quite a while. Now we do the spinach. This spinach was blanched and finished with some olive oil and the Cluck Squeal Seasoned Salt. The mushrooms were also with some seasoned salt, with our Himalayan blend. Just heightens the flavor, and it accepts other flavors whenever you're cooking with it. It meshes well with the pesto and the flavors on the pizza. Okay, nice even disbursement. You can see I'm trying to keep a lot of the items to the outer edge. Okay, I want the center of the dough not getting too heavy. And now I put the cheese on top. This cheese I'm using today is a brick cheese. Some of our recipes say mozzarella. Well, one day we'll get into going over all the cheeses, but this cheese being brick cheese, it's very good in high temperature ovens. It's got a lot of high fat, and it does not burn, and it does not require like putting on too much. Let's see here, just like that. Okay. And now we are going to put some chicken on. I usually put the proteins on top of the cheese. This is our wood-fired Cluck and Squeal All Purpose chicken. Okay, just like that. And now this pizza is ready to go in. I just put a little bit of cheese on top. Just like that. Okay. Ready to go in the oven. So with your pizza peel, sometimes it's just good to give it a little bit of a dusting, just to help the pizza go on top to peel easily. Okay, and now right into the oven. Beautiful bubbles. Right on. That looks great. Okay. So you can see right now I've got it sitting on top of a rack. You put it right on top of wood, you get a lot of moisture quick. So I'm going to leave it here for 30 seconds or so. The last topping that is sun-dried tomatoes. So the sun-dried tomatoes I like to put on at the end, and I'm going to toss them in some olive oil and a little bit of our roasted garlic oil that is made with the Himalayan Seasoned Salt. Okay, just to give it a bit of flavor, and then dress the top of this pizza. You can make this ahead of time. It's great for many dishes, rice dishes. You can finish off your vegetables inside of a saute pan and finish off with some nice garlic. Again, the ingredients: garlic, our Himalayan seasoned salt, and oil, olive oil. That is it. Okay, I'll get some oil from the top, a bit more, and that is all. Mix this up and address the top of this pizza. Genoa wood oven roasted chicken pesto. Thank you for watching this video. If you like what you've seen, there's more to come. But please like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram and any other social platforms like Facebook and TikTok. Now time to dig in.